A section position file represents the planimetric position of a section alignment that you may wish to use for plotting of sections, calculating volumes by sections, and also for exporting of data for setting out, etc. Configure SPF create allows us to create a section position file. We can select our section interval and the start chainage. For example, if we're creating a section along a road, then it may well be that this particular section position doesn't start at a chainage of 0. From our alignment, we can define the maximum distance left and the maximum distance right. If our section alignment runs along one side of the section position, then we may not have a left or a right. For example, if we're running along the left edge, then we may have a left offset of 0 and a right offset of 40. We can start with a user-defined section number, and each section can have its own individual title. If we are creating these sections for the export of data to a hydrological modelling system such as ISIS, HECRAS and Mike 11, then we can select the option appropriate for that particular export. Please go to the relevant export section HECRAS, ISIS or Mike 11 tutorial for details on how you would use these settings. If we're going to be plotting these sections, we can set the default horizontal and vertical scale. We will now select the line method, and because we already have a link feature or a string which we want to use for the alignment, then we can go into mode, select whole string, and as long as we've selected the correct direction, then this has chosen the whole length of that string, at which point we can end and save that section. We will now over display that section position file. This time we select the points only option. We can either change the mode to snap-on observations or by cursor, and it's the actual position of the points that I'm digitizing which will define where the sections will be placed. Escape. Again, we can create a new reference line with a new title. We can also change the method, but I'm going to end and save. Over display that particular section position file, so you can see that the sections have appeared where I clicked. The third option is points request chainages. I select the first point, it asks me for the start chainage. I now select the second point, and again it calculates the chainage to the nearest millimetre, but I may wish to round that up or down. Escape, end and save, and over display that section position file. And finally, points, request chainages, bearings and corridor width. I've changed the mode now to snap-on observation. That's the chainage. I can locate the bearing for that chainage and either snap on an observation, which is what I'm doing here, and then go to the next point, or change the mode so that I can simply move the cursor around until I get the correct bearing. On to the next point, and if I exaggerate the bearing, you'll see the effect that that will have on the section position file. End and save, over display, and you'll see the 3 bearings that I've just selected.